Yo, welcome back to another Pokemon Scarlet Violet VGC video. I'm your host, Jose Rocks, and today we have another episode of Journey Through VGC. The current format we are in is Regulation G. Y'all ready? Let's get into it. Alright, so we are back with another team, and today it's going to be a Zacian team. So this team is really cool in my opinion. It has a lot of good tools that I think help it get to rank number 1 in the world, and I think that it's a very powerful team that if anyone wants to use it and just take it on, it doesn't take a lot of skill to pivot, but it does take, it is very strong in my opinion. So Zacian is one of the best restricted, well, it was the best restricted in Sword and Shield, and it's still a really good restricted now. I would still say it's maybe like top 7, but it's not single-handedly just the best one, and that's due to the nerfs that it receives. Zacian's base attack used to be 170, and now it's down to 150, as well as the Intrepid Sword ability not being able to reset upon switching out. And Zacian, one of the best things that you can do with it was if you took an Intimidate drop from like an Incineroar, you can swap Zacian out and bring it back later and still get that attack boost back, and made Zacian really strong on lead. So Zacian being a strong lead, this puts a lot of pressure on your opponent to have to deal with it, right? And now Zacian is really only want to bring it in the back, because as soon as you bring it on the front and it gets that Intimidate drop, then you can't really like bring it in the back anymore, because the damage output would be so much severely cut, right? So that's what made Zacian so strong. It was a strong lead Pokemon. You can always lead it. If you didn't like the lead matchup, you can swap it out and you still get your attack boost back, and that was like one of the key things that kept it, being as dominant as it was, as well as being able to hit Dynamax mons whether they tear it or not. Next we have, and it's pretty standard set that we're going to be using. Sorry, I forgot to explain that. If you haven't used the Zacian team before, that is not Iron Head that we're using. Iron Head turns into Behemoth Blade when you bring it in game, right? Zacian outside of the game is not in its crown form. So when you go into crown form in game, it turns into Behemoth Blade. And we're going to be using the Stellar Tera to get the most out of all 3 of our stabs, which Sacred Sword becomes stab once you Tera into Stellar, and you can deal really good damage with fighting type coverage. Next we have Chien-Pao, pretty standard Chien-Pao set. One thing to note is that since we have Sacred Sword on Zacian, we didn't need it on Chien-Pao, and I felt like ghost types are really common in the format right now, and Chien-Pao being able to hit those ghost types, those psychic types with crunch is just really valuable in my opinion, and it's a really good to force out a lot of those different Teras that can deal with it. And crunch, also your opponent, revealing that you have crunch on one of your opponents makes them more likely to Tera into like Fairy to resist it, like on like a Calyrex. And when they Tera into Fairy, they just become Zacian food, right? So that's the idea behind this Chien-Pao set. Dondozo is going to be a pretty standard Dondozo set as well, but Dondozo is really good still in this format in my opinion, and you guys are going to see that from these battles. The Odor Up just gives you an attack boost whenever you attack into something, and of course that was nerfed because it used to give you attack boost regardless if they protect or not, but now it's just if you connect. But Wave Crash at +2/+3s is dealing so much damage, especially things that are chipped down by Chien-Pao. You're able to just pick up a lot of KOs, and the Clear Amulet just allows you to deal with Incineroar, which Incineroar likes to come against this team, and you can use Dondozo as an Incineroar counter, remove their Incineroar, and then your Zacian is able to sweep in the end game. The Tatsugiri set is going to be really cool in my opinion. So it's going to be Dark Terror with Assault Vest and Terra Blast. So this gives you like a really good counter into Calyrex. If they're not running Draining Kiss, then you completely wall them, right? And if they are running Draining Kiss, they usually don't want to Tera in front of Tatsugiri unless they just feel threatened by like a Draco Meteor. But usually you can catch them off guard and go for a Terra Blast and just one-hit KO them before they Tera if they go for like a nasty plot, right? And that's really good for Tatsugiri. And it's just really good at once Dondozo goes down to not just get one shot by things that try to double up into the Dondozo Tatsugiri combo once Dondozo goes down, and they try to pick off Tatsugiri. The Assault Vest just allows you to survive a lot of hits. So this Tatsugiri has no speed investment. It's meant to just be really bulky and survive a lot of hits and deal a lot of damage back. Next we have Tornadus. Tornadus is going to be Dark Terror with Taunt. Taunt is really good in my opinion because this Tornadus is max speed, and a lot of the times you're able to just taunt opposing Tornadus to stop them from getting Tailwind up, and you can pretty much have Tailwind for the rest of the game, right? And it's really good in my opinion to use that. Covert Cloak so that you can't get flinched, and of course the standard set of Protect, Tailwind, and Bleak Wind. Protect is there just so you can stall out more turns and have Tailwind in a later game in case you go with a lead That's like Tornadus, Regidrago with Chien-Pao, Zacian in the back. You want to still be able to keep on the pressure with a late game Tailwind. And last but not least, we have Regidrago. Regidrago is going to be also a pretty standard set. One thing to notice, Life Orb instead of something like Dragon Fang, sorry, which boosts the damage of Dragon type attacks. Life Orb just lets you do a little bit more damage with your Tera Blast once you Tera into that. And Tera Blast Ghost is a really powerful attack. It's really good into those fairies and anything that like resists the Dragon type damage like Steel types, just so you're able to hit them with like a neutral hit in order to, you know, allow Zacian and Chien-Pao to clean up. They're really good at cleaning up things that have been chipped down, and that Ghost Tera just allows you to not be walled by like Flutter Mane and things like that. Also, the Ghost Tera helps you get around like a fake out lead. So you can lead Regidrago Tornadus, go for a free Tailwind plus Ghost Tera Dragon Energy, and you can't be faked out, and you can catch a lot of opponents off guard with that, and it's kind of just win games if you have Dondozo in the back. Dondozo is very hard to beat when your opponent doesn't have resources left, right? And it's a really good strategy to use in my opinion. And when you use that strategy, you can kind of leave your Zacian and Chien-Pao at home. But that's going to be it for a team breakdown. There's a rental code up at the top right, as well as a Pokepaste down in the description below. And if you like this type of content, go ahead and subscribe, turn on post notifications. We're always going for rank #1, and we're doing it with really cool and unique teams, and we're trying to build a team around every restricted. And now it's Zacian turn. But that's going to be it for a breakdown. Let's get into these battles. All right, we have our first opponent, Kaido. Nice. So we're going up against Calyrex Ice. There's a Zero Aura there. Wow. Annihilate, probably Final Gambit, Tinglu, Garganical, and Comfy. Interesting team. I think Tornadus is kind of Calyrex food here, and it does really bad into Tinglu and Garganical, right? So I think I want to bring Zacian, yeah, Zacian, Chien-Pao, Dondozo, and Tatsugiri in the back. Even if I lose Zacian's attack boost, it's still pretty strong in the end game to get Dondozo out. I usually don't lead Zacian like this in my practice games, but I think it can be pretty threatening from the jump against this team. So I think the only good Tera he has here is Water. I'm gonna go Crunch, Fairy Tera. Not Fairy Tera, Tera Stellar Fairy, and go for Play Rough. This should cover for any Tera that Calyrex goes for. Because if he goes for Water, then he could survive like a Behemoth Blade plus Crunch, right? But I don't think he can take a Play Rough plus a Crunch. Yep, so there's a Tera. Now if he's Fire, now that can survive too. Oh, it is Fire. Okay, nice. And we miss. Wow. That's very unfortunate. A Sacred Sword there probably would have done it. I don't know if yeah, Sucker Punch is not gonna KO from that range. Yeah, I'm just gonna get Dondozo in here. Yep, that's the downside to play rough. We miss immediately. Dang, Zacian. If I had just went for Sacred Sword or Behemoth Blade, then Sucker Punch would have KO'd from there. Probably just high horsepower here, right? Oh, he went into the Chien-Pao slot. He doubled it. Okay. So we do get the free switch in here. Now we are threatening Wave Crash. He doesn't really have a switch in for that. Alright, he switches. Annihilate. Now Salt Cure is going to be pretty annoying here. But Gargantuar's kind of cooked once Trick Room's over, right? Oh, that's just a one-hit KO. Yeah, that's definitely a Choice Scarf variant. I'm going for Earthquake here to try to damage both. Oh, that did so much damage. What? It's the last turn of Trick Room though, right? Yeah. So, I mean, it's fine. We get the free switch in here. Why don't y'all take out Comfy? If Comfy Draining Kiss doesn't KO here, I think we just win from this. Oh, it's Synthesis. I mean, Wave Crash is still gonna do a lot of damage. Should have went after Gargantuar though. Oh, but we take out Comfy. So that's a perfect trade because now we get Zacian back in, and I can go for a Sacred Sword here. We're just gonna go for 100% accurate attacks here. Tera Blast plus Sacred Sword should be able to KO this. It's a pretty scary game after missing play rough turn, but Dondozo being really good in the Calyrex. Oh wait, that did way less than that. That's a really bulky Calyrex. Why is that Calyrex so bulky? It just ate that. That's very impressive. I'm just gonna go for Draco Meteor here. Switch out into Chien-Pao. The Salt Cure is eating me alive. I can't believe that Sacred... Zacian without its attack boost just does no damage, man. Yeah, I should have went for Muddy Water there. Oh. Yeah, Calyrex has Protector. I think I just lose. I cannot believe how little that Sacred Sword did. Oh, he doesn't have Protect. Oh, he must have coverage down. Why would you not have Protect on Calyrex? Well, this isn't the best showing for Zacian, but it's gonna get the KO here, right? It should. This is still super effective. Stellar Tera. Alright. Oh man. Zacian. They did you dirty with the nerf, man. And I'm so used to Zacian having so much damage output, I'm actually surprised to not see Sacred Sword be able to KO from there. And we played it safe too, trying not to go for inaccurate moves. But Muddy Water was definitely the winning play there. Or even Draco Meteor, which was a little bit more accurate, and we would have knocked out Calyrex. I just didn't really want to rely on misses, but we still found a way to win because we just had, you know, a stronger team. But had it not been for, you know, the play rough miss, then Calyrex would have been in range for that to KO it regardless. But let's get into the next one. Alright, so we have a opposing Zacian team with Pelipper, Raging Bolt, Incineroar, Amogus, and Urshifu. So this is a pretty standard Zacian balanced team. Grass Tera Dondozo looks pretty good here because he can't put us to sleep. And Grass Tera Dondozo is good into, I'm pretty sure that's Water Urshifu. Yeah, Grass Tera Dondozo pretty much goes crazy here, actually. I really like it. I think Regidrago, I kind of do want to bring it still. But Chien-Pao's ice coverage is just so good here. Actually, I think I want to bring Drago. Zacian, Tatsugiri. Regidrago does force Teras. He should lead Incineroar. That's the reason why I don't want to bring Chien-Pao. It's really bad into Incineroar. We don't have Sacred Sword on it. Oh, he didn't lead Incineroar. This is good. Alright, we can just target down Pelipper. I can save Regidrago from the end game. Regidrago's probably gonna Tera here to cover for like Draco Meteor or Order Up. Then it becomes weak to Zacian in the end game, right? So I can kind of just ignore it and just focus down the other slot. And once I get Pelipper, like just clicking Earthquake looks really good. Because he can't drop my attack with Incineroar. Yeah, we are bringing out pretty early, but Pelipper's going to go for Wide Guard here, and it's probably going to be a Tera plus Dragon Pulse on, or Electric type attack on Raging Bolt. And we're tearing the cover for like any electric type attacks. Now a dragon type attack plus hurricane into Dondozo slot would kind of be like really bad for us. Yeah, there's a Tera. Probably fairy. Or maybe even electric. I'd rather fairy, right? Alright, it's electric. Okay. They're still doing a little bit more damage with electric type attacks. Yeah. Alright, so Zacian's probably coming in on the Pelipper slot next turn. I'm gonna kick Earthquake next turn. When I get this turn right, I'm gonna be in a really good spot. Man, he can't drop our speed. Clear Amulet. Nice. So I'm gonna Earthquake here. I really think Zacian or Incineroar is coming in on this slot. And I know you gotta have at least one or the two back there, probably both. So did you leave Urshifu and Amoonguss? The only bad play here is if he stays in with Pelipper and clicks Wide Guard, but I don't think he's gonna do that. Okay. Protect is fine. Nice, and we just one-hit KO that slot. So he loses his Tera and his electric. Like Thunderclap, Electric Tera is still doing a lot of damage to everything I have in the back, so I'm kind of glad to get rid of that. It is Urshifu, but it's water. I think I just want to Wave Crash Pelipper. Oh, whatever's coming in is taking a Wave Crash unless it's Amoonguss. Your Zacian's gonna get one shot. Oh yeah, GG. And this is what we was covering it for. Because Order Up, he probably thought Order Up's going into that slot. It's still raining, so Surge Strike's gonna do a decent chip. But Surge Strikes is not beating Regidrago. Zacian's beating Regidrago, but Zacian's gone now. Beautiful. We'll see ya. 2020 Pokevision, can we get that in the comments? We did predict that play like a turn earlier. But I knew he wanted to go for that switch. My opponent needs Pelipper alive here, right? I'm gonna go for Order Up into this slot. Oh, that's gonna get the KO. Okay, so we still have a game, but I think now that the rain is expiring, we should be in a really good spot with Regidrago. Wow, wait, I thought the rain would expire. Oh, it's one more turn, okay. So we just Draco Meteor here. Draco Meteor here. Double Draco Meteor. Nice, and he cancels. Urshifu sitting in front of 2 dragon type attackers is not good for it. And Tatsugiri with Assault Vest took that Hurricane fairly well. It's a 3-hit KO. But that's how you can use. You see, Dondozo was still really good in this format. Like, Dondozo was really a problem for my opponent. Right, let's get into the next one. Ooh, so we have Miraidon, Clefable, Pelipper, Oranguru, Ursaluna, and Chien-Pao. So I think Dondozo looks good here too. I don't know if he brings Tornadus. We do have time. I think Dondozo looks really good here. I want to go Chien-Pao, Dondozo, Tatsugiri, and Zacian. Yeah, because Clefable looks pretty bulky to deal with, and Zacian is good at dealing with that. I wonder if he's unaware of Clefable, because then that's like a Dondozo counter built in. So this is some type of strategy here. I wonder if it's just Volt Switch in the Trick Room. I'm just gonna crunch this slot and protect. Alright, so Rangaru's not Tera anymore. Harry. Oh, are you going for Dazzling? Alright, so we are faster. That's not a KO. But now you're weak to Zacian here. Switch out into Tatsugiri here and Tera. Earthquake. He's probably gonna go for Orangaru's little signature move to double Dazzling Gleam. It makes it so Miraidon can attack twice this turn, right? It's called Instruct, that's what it is. So if he instructs Dazzling Gleam, he can go for Dazzling Gleam first. And then if he clicked another move, he can go for like an electric attack after that. Or like a Draco Meteor. Well, we need to go ahead and get rid of Oranguru this turn. I wonder if Dondozo's slower than Miraidon. Oh, it's slower than us. Okay. Alright, so how much does Dazzling do? Not too much damage. Oh, we're faster. So it's gonna get his other attack off this turn. I think it went for an electric type attack though. Yeah, parabolic charge. That's kind of a weak electric type move. It's not doing too much damage. So he can go for that next to Ursaluna now. Ursaluna's gonna protect him. I'm just gonna go for Wave Crash. I know it's gonna protect, but can't really afford to let it get off another move. If I can. Alright. So we really just want to stall our trick on here. Two turns left. Alright, so we'll protect this turn. And Zacian should be able to beat everything in the end game. And he already uses Tera, so he can't get away from Zacian's Behemoth Blade. Uh-oh. Okay. So I need to attack that thing, actually. Because Dondozo ignores those boosts. The time passed. Okay. I mean, Wave Crash is still going to do a ton of damage here. Because we ignore those boosts. Nice. And now those boosts are gone, so. Oh, and we survived. Okay. Dondozo is so good right now, man. Beautiful. So I think I should target Ursaluna. It could protect, but what is Clefable gonna do, right? I mean, the protect is obvious, but maybe Clefable does have an attack. No, it doesn't. But if you don't follow me here, I'm still doing a lot of damage to you. And I actually want you to knock out Tatsugiri. So if you follow me here, Dondozo knocks itself out, Ursaluna knocks out Tatsugiri, and then I get Zacian plus Chien-Pao next to each other. And I can go for Behemoth Blade plus Ice Spinner to win the game, right? Yeah, I like that. I could have went for Earthquake there to chip Ursaluna a little bit more too. But then Tatsugiri would still be on the field. I might have should have went for that, but honestly. I don't know if Ice Spinner KOs Ursaluna from that range. It should. I think I should double protect here. Because he may just click Earthquake and deal damage to his own Mon. Because he has to click Earthquake here to get a double KO once I knock out Clefable, right? So he can KO both of mine next. Yeah. It should be Earthquake here. Like I don't know if you can win without clicking Earthquake. Yep. So he's hoping that Ice Spinner doesn't KO here. I think Ice Spinner should do it. This game is so close. I think Ice Spinner should get it though. Let's go! Nice. That game was very dicey. I don't know if Earthquake one-hit KOs my Zacian because I do have some bulk on it, but I wouldn't be surprised if it did. Like, Ursaluna is very strong. It would have been beautiful if he would have knocked out his own Conflable, but of course it had just enough health to survive. Chien-Pao also dropping his defenses. Yeah, that would have been definitely a really smooth play if he would have knocked out his own Conflable and we still got the win from that. Alright, that was a fun game. Let's get into the next one. Alright, so we have another Calyrex. This is another hard Trick Room team. But Dondozo looks good into this. Again, these two are just Calyrex food, right? So I don't want to bring those. So it's a combination of these four up top. I think I learned my lesson from leading Zacian. I think I'm going to leave Zacian behind this time. I think I just want to go for Wave Crash plus Crunch here. Alright, so are you just protecting Calyrex here? Alright, dude. Well played. I guess I could have Ice Spin or Wave Crash into that slot. I don't even know if Trick Room is that bad for us though. Because like I said, Dondozo can stall out Trick Room pretty well. That's really my Trick Room counter. Yes, ally switch is cute. I should have played Earthquake here. Oh. Oh, he just scoots. I think he went after the He probably went after the Chien-Pao slot. Hey, I'll take that win. He hasn't been able to get any damage off. He did a good play with turn 1 going for the protect. But I guess I just wasn't playing into his hands. Tatsugiri's notification is still up there. That's pretty cool. Let's see how we get into Master Ball. Nice, we get into Master Ball undefeated. Rank 355. Alright, a really high ranked opponent. Tatsugiri's sign is still up there. Alright, so Kyogre Grimmsnarl team. So it's probably a Salt Vest Grimmsnarl. I mean Salt Vest Kyogre. Or maybe not, because I'll try that on. It's a pretty heavy rain team. I wonder if that's Water Urshifu too. I don't want to lead Chien-Pao Dondozo. I want to bring Regidrago, but he has a Fairy in Grimmsnarl, potential Fairy in Archaludon. I don't want to just be walled by that, so I'm gonna go with the top 4. If he's not a Salt Vest Kyogre, that means he's probably not running Thunder. He's probably Ice Beam and a Water type attack. I think I want to preserve the Sash on this slot. So I'm going to Tatsugiri. Just order up Kyogre. Alright, big fish against little fish Kyogre. Kyogre's the little fish. Kyogre's so used to being the bigger fish until Dondozo came out. It's hilarious. He is gonna go for a Tera turn 1. Oh, he's just trying to blast. I might have should have clicked Sucker Punch with Chien-Pao, but if he has Fake Out here, then that's... Oh, he does have Fake Out. He's Choice Scarf. Oh my god. Kyogre's still big fish. That did so much damage. He's Choice Scarf. He's gonna want to switch it out now, so I'm gonna Earthquake. I could Wave Crash and KO whatever comes in, right? But I think it's Archaludon, so I'm gonna Earthquake to chip Grimmsnarl and KO Archaludon. Oh, he's not Choice Scarf. He's max speed. He's just max speed. How does he outspeed? Oh, my speed is enough to outspeed Adamant Urshifu. That's what it is. Oh yeah, that Grimmsnarl has no bulk. Happy to be done with it. That's a pretty cool strategy in best of 1 though. Fake out Grim, because it looks like screens plus Assault Vest Kyogre, right? Having Tornadus is pretty annoying, but Sucker Punch is really good for us. Man, I really thought he was Choice Scarf. He has no bulk though, because I mean, Order Up just did so much damage to that Kyogre. Oh, he's Dark Urshifu. Okay. Zacian looks good here though. I'm just gonna wave crash this slot. See if I can, if I survive, I can get it down to Sash. Having Dark Urshifu is perfect for his team. If it was Water Urshifu, I think we just automatically win. Alright, so he's going to have to make a decision here. He's going to have to Tailwind with Tornadus. I'm just going to Muddy Water here. Actually, I think this is a perfect time to Tera. Oh no. The water typing is good against Kyogre. I'm going to Muddy Water here and Ice Spinner. That's a good protect. Are you going for close combat here? I probably could have Ghost Terrored here too. I was just Wicked Blow. Ah, that could have been a chance to Dark Terror. I'm gonna play rough here. Hopefully he's Choice Bandit. And Ice Spinner. Yeah. Because Kyogre's gonna go down to a Sucker Punch. Yeah, I think he's Choice Bandit. We just need to hit play rough. I cannot make this up, Zacian. We literally just win if you just hit your moves, bro. There's no way I can get around Protect Kyogre. How many turns of toe when I left? Ah. Yep, all I had to do was hit play rough and I would have won the game. I actually have to get a double protector. Can we get a double protect to make up for the miss play rough? Or we can miss Origin Post too. So we have chances here. There, he can miss Origin Post and I can get a double protect. Either one happens, then we can win the game. We don't get the double protect. Does he hit Origin Pulse? He does. Zacian has let me down, man. Man. We're gonna play one more game. We still have a good record, so we probably could still go for rank number 1. But that was huge. That was a huge win for us that we could have had. Alright, so we have an interesting team here. Pheasant Dippity, Urshifu, Fluttermane, forget that Pokemon's names, Rotom, and Kyogre. I really forget. That's a Generation 9 Pokemon too. I just don't see it that often. What's his name? My opponent has Double Fairy here. I think I want to go. Does Tornadus make sense here? I can't really do much into Rotom. I'm gonna go with our True 4. Yeah, with fairies, it's just not easy to click. Now, if they have just one fairy or no fairies but potential fairy Tera, then I can go with Regidrago Tornadus, right? I'm actually just gonna. I want to get this in Sucker Punch range, so. Urshifu Dark is kind of a problem for Dondozo when I'm not Fairy Tera. But the Grass Terror helps me against the Among Us matchup and like Kyogre and oh, he's Choice Band. Okay. Well, at least that slide us down because Zacian just beats Flutter. That's a weird play. Trick Room. How slow is your Flutter? And that was, I think that was Choice, that was Choice Band, but that was Jolly Urshifu because we outspeed Adamant Urshifu. I need Tera on Zacian. It's gonna be Kyogre in the back. I think I could Tera. could Tera and chip Coyote. I mean Flutter. Now Flutter's slower than us, then that's just crazy. But we may be able to survive here. I don't really see myself using Tera for anything else. And then Tera Blast is neutral hit for it too. This thing gets Earth Power too, right? I'm gonna play rough Flutter. I think Flutter may be Focus Sash. Oh no, Icy Wind. I should have clicked Behemoth Blade there, but this is the cover for like a Kyogre switch on that slot. Now I kind of wish I saved my Tera, but I was thinking he may go for a grass type attack. Actually don't want to hit play rough here. I wish we could have hit it first time last time, because I could have just got a double knockout next turn. I don't know if Kyogre's Choice Scarf or not. I would think it's not, since you set up Trick Room with Flutter. Alright, there's this Tera. I like how Zacian and both Chien-Pao both have swords in their mouth. Alright, Giga Drain. I'm gonna go for play rough here and crunch. Doubling up is risky, but I don't think Kyogre's Choice Scarf here. Oh my god, man. He really, man, that would have just been game over. This thing is pretty strong, man. Oh, nice. We just get a 1-hit KO. Now, that's the Zacian I know. Of course, this is being boosted by Chien-Pao, but that's what they're meant to do for each other. And the defense drops, so that's pretty much game. Ghost Terra Blast. Not too much damage. Alright. Beautiful. That's the Zacian I know. Good way to make up for that last game. Nice, the Zacian finishes it off. Damn. They even nerfed the Zacian animation. Zacian's Sword and Shield Behemoth Blade animation was dope. It almost looked like an anime scene. Nice, we'll get that win. The Protect on Kyogre kind of extended this game, but if I had just clicked Crunch into the other slot, I mean, we wouldn't have been able to KO, so it kind of would have been the same result regardless. But Play Rough hitting and being able to pick up 1 KO on Kyogre was huge. Alright, but let's get into a mid-range review. Let's see how high we get on the ladder. Alright, 223. Definitely we would have beat that rank for 42 would have been really high. Alright, but we're gonna keep going. But we're gonna get into a mirror review and then we're gonna come back with some more battles in the next video. Alright, so now we're getting into a mid-range review. This team is doing pretty well so far. I do believe that the one game we lost, if Zacian would have just hit Play Rough, we would have won that game, right? Because the next turn, we knock out the Urshifu and then Chien-Pao just KOs Kyogre with a Sucker Punch, right? It would have been a really good spot from there. Or Origin Post has to double target, and it might not KO Zacian in one hit, even if it does survive Sucker Punch, and then Zacian can just win the game with a Sacred Sword. So if we just hit that Play Rough, I think we're undefeated with this team. Other than that, this team is really strong. Dondozo really does cover for a lot of the matchups that Regidrago and Zacian don't like, and I like how it plays. You know, always, you know, playing well with Dondozo. I think this is a really cool team, and I am going to try to get it to rank #1 or see how we can get it on the ladder. We didn't really get to bring out Regidrago or Tornadus too much. Regidrago did come to one game, but it kind of was just there and didn't really get to play. But as you see, Zacian and Chien-Pao work really well with Dondozo and Tatsugiri. This is a really good combo. We also didn't run into any Calyrex Shadow, so the Dark Tera Assault Vest tech with Tatsugiri didn't really get a chance to come out here. But the idea behind that, like I said in the team preview, is that you can kind of have them let their guard down, thinking they can set up freely in front of Tatsugiri, and then you just one-hit KO them with a Tera Blast, which is really cool in my opinion. Also, like using Tornadus to use his taunt to like disrupt things, we didn't really get a chance to use it in this game. But that was a fun couple of matches, and if you like this team, there's a rental code up at the top right, as well as a Poke paste down in the description below. Let me know with a comment if you guys are a fan of Zacian. Do you think that this team utilizes his strengths, or do you think that the balanced Zacian teams could be a little bit better? But that's gonna be it for these battles. I'll catch you guys in the next one. All right, deuces.